I believe you're recording. Fantastic. Welcome, 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 everyone. It's good to have you at this occasion, Division E onboarding. It's an exciting time, and I'm trying to look at all your faces, seeing how excited you will be. New faces, familiar faces. Fantastic. It's great to see all of you here today. And welcome. My name by introduction. My name is Tandi Shungane. I'm the area director in E3, Division E, and maybe for the interest of the newer members, we've got clubs, areas, divisions, and district, and then regions, and essentially I'm there right in the middle, like that middle child, area director. Excited about the role, excited to be your host today, and fantastic. And just by a show of hands, who are the newer members? I'll try to go show of hands. You can put your emoji as well. I'm trying to swift through and see who's who in the zoo. Fantastic. I see you, Bongani. I see you, Minentle. Oh, I don't see you, Minentle. If you can, please put on your camera. I know it's a bit daunting. Don't be shy. We are welcoming. I promise you, we are welcoming. It is a good time here. You are Toastmasters after all. That's so exciting. You took the leap to become members. And now here you are, willing and raring to go to learn what it's all about. We've got a jam-packed program for you. We want to make sure that we set you up the right way, the Toastmasters way. And that's what we do here, not only in our division, but throughout. Wherever you are, you always see this ethos, this excitement amongst fellow Toastmasters to help you achieve your goals as to why you joined. Thank you, Gail. I see you. Nzaga, I see you. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Zametube, fantastic. Welcome, 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 everyone. I see you. I see you. Okay. All events have to start off with an introduction. And of course, we're happy today to be privileged as a division to be hosting this onboarding for you, the newer members. And I want to start off by introductions and our panel. So I'll be, as I've mentioned, Tandi, taking you through the program today. We also have our esteemed division director, I don't know, Tobis, if you're ready, who will just maybe do a small introduction before we get into Estelle, who will take us through the nuts and bolts in terms of Basecamp. What is this Basecamp? What it is? How can I use it to equip myself throughout the Toastmasters journey? Then we'll look at the roles that you can take up, and then finally wrap up with a vote of thanks. Let's go straight into Tobis. Are you available? Is she there? Madam Didi?
You can go. Hi, Tanti.
Yes, we can hear you. I think there's a bit of a problem with your sound, a bit.
I'm having one of those problems where if I show my face, I can't speak. If I speak, I can't show my face. I'm sorry. So I'm Tabitha Sigwili, the division director for Division E, the Division of Excellence. Naturally, we've marketed this event to include all divisions because at the end of the day, we all belong to District 74 and others belong to District 129. Now, Toastmaster, like almost well-oiled machines, has rules and regulations to make it work. And you journey with us as a Toastmaster. I mean, you've taken the biggest step of your life. You are going to get introduced to a world that is marvelous. And in this world, there are handbooks that you can read about the roles and that are there in a meeting. Estelle will speak about Basecamp, which is what most of us are here for. But Toastmaster is a personal journey that then turns into a professional journey. You probably joined because you're saying, I'm not very good at articulating myself in front of people. Others join for professional reasons. And they say, well, my managerial position, my senior position, or albeit my position requires me to speak to people, to sell ideas to people, to get funding for the company, but I don't have the skills. Well, here for. We are here to equip you. I often say the education system is easy to conquer because you know all the rules. It's the same with Toastmasters. You go to Toastmasters International website, you get introduced to pathways, you start your levels in pathways, and you then participate in the Toastmaster community. This journey allows you to network with other people. It allows you to equip yourself with skills. It improves the overall outlook of your life. I remember joining Toastmasters because as a public speaker, I had lost the confidence I had had in high school. And as a legal practitioner, I needed to speak to judges. I needed to speak to advocates. I needed to speak to other attorneys, or albeit compete with other attorneys while we go through a case. And I had this new thing. I don't know if you guys have experienced it. Voice shakes. I mean, when your voice shakes, the first thing people think is you are scared. And that's the last thing I'd want a client to think if I'm representing them, that I'm scared. Because even the judge thinks I'm scared, and everyone thinks I'm scared. At the end of the day, I can't do what I'm asked to do. So relax, enjoy your time, ask questions, let the Andy, I see a lot of hands.
Fantastic. Thank you, Madam DD, for that stellar introduction. Really, that's why we are all here, to learn as much as we can. So fantastic, lovely introduction. Yes, I see some legacy hands. Maybe just you can drop those hands. I think we're still excited from that introduction. We want to show that we're present and ready to learn. Let's raise those, let's lower the hands. And then, of course, make sure that you raise them again if you have questions. It is an interactive session. We want it to be as engaging as possible. So fantastic. Now, on to the nuts and bolts of why we're here today. It's Basecamp. I'm sure you've heard it in the corridors. People talk about it, pathways. What is this Basecamp? How do I navigate it? How can I get through it? You might have heard a lot, but here we want to demystify anything you've heard and start you off really on a clean slate. And we have someone incredible here tonight who's going to help us navigate through, our very own admin manager at a district level, former TLI chair, Estelle Engelbrecht. Estelle, welcome, Estelle. I hope you're ready and raring to go. We're ready. I'm also taking out my notepad to take notes. Welcome to the virtual stage, Estelle. Over to you, ma'am. Toastmaster Estelle.
Thank you so much, Mr. AD. Wow, you should be like that announcer before they fight. In the left corner. I love that. So I see we have a lot of new people. So when you say you're new, does it mean you've done your icebreaker already, Almay? Not icebreaker, not yet, okay? Lucille, not icebreaker yet. Richard, have you done your icebreaker yet? Not yet. Okay, cool. So it's going to happen after this meeting. You're going to jump in and you're going to do it, all of you guys. Is there someone who already did their icebreaker? Yes, no, yes. You can just put me a yes, thumbs up. Yes, great. Amanda, you've already done it. Anyone else? Okay, great.
Can I please ask what is the icebreaker?
Woo! So you're very new. So tell me, how long have you been a Toastmaster?
I've only 2 visits, in person and the one that was online.
Perfect.
So
let me tell you what the icebreaker is. The icebreaker is the worst speech that you have the best time giving, and you cannot do it over again for the very first time. That is the amazing thing. So the icebreaker is your very first speech that you give in Toastmasters. So you get to do it. I'm so jealous of you. You get to do it for the very first time. Oh, lucky you. great stuff. So now that how many of you have been on Basecamp before? Elma, have you been on Basecamp?
No.
Not yet. Okay, Richard? Yes, no? Not yet. William, have you been on Basecamp? Not yet. Lucille, not yet. Okay, so I have good news and I have bad news. So the bad news, well, good news, bad news. The good news is that everybody is paying their dues today because it has to be paid today. The bad news is the system kind of crashed because of it. So what I can do is I'm going to show you the long way to get to Basecamp. Clement, yes, you have a question?
Thanks and good evening. I just wanted to know if you can see that I'm here. Unfortunately, I'm load shared, and I just need to say that I'm looking forward. And I thought that by greeting, I would have done my first speech. Is that a case?
Yahoo! Well done. We will give certificates tonight. Shanti, you're giving certificates tonight, right? Enthusiasm certificate for Clement. There we go, sir. It's yours. Taking it home in the bag. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so I'm going to jump back and I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the long way to get to Basecamp. But there is a much shorter way that I won't be able to show you since the system is a little bit overworked today. Okay, so I'm going to share my second screen. This is what Basecamp ultimately looks like. When you sign into Toastmasters for the very first time, it's going to ask you for your login details. You're going to log in and you're going to come to the very first screen. The short way is you're going to click on your name. You're going to click on My Home. And then there's going to be a little block that says, go to Basecamp. When you click on that block, you're immediately going to go to Basecamp. But because people are paying their dues across the world, this is the long way. When you go into Toastmasters, you go to education programs, and then you are going to come to the pathways overview, which is this one. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to go to Basecamp? And then you're going to access it, and then you will be able to go to Basecamp. But this is not the route you're going to follow. But if you have to, like we do today, because the system is backed up, this is the way to do it. Great. So this is Basecamp. It's called the LMS system. It's the new the learning management system. This is what you pay for. This is where your money goes ultimately. This is where you're going to get all the information to do your paths. It's called a pathway, that all the paths that we're doing, because we're all on a journey. So you're on your pathway. Have you all chosen a path yet? Naira, have you chosen a path? Not yet. Almay, not chosen a path. Mpo, have you chosen a path? Not yet. Richard, have you? Great.
Yes.
Yes. Which one did you choose, William?
I have as well, but not just chosen.
Presentation mastery.
Ah, I started with that one as well. Perfect one to start with. Okay. So again, if you want to choose your path, you're going to come here. You're going to click on your name. You're going to click on My Home. Then it's going to ask you which path you want to choose. And then you're going to choose a path. We have 6 paths. I'm sure they're going to show you about this later because I'm only supposed to show you about Basecamp, but I quickly want to show you this. So we have 6 paths, and you can go and check all about it. Just do an overview, check out all the paths, check out what is in the paths. This is where you go to check out what kind of paths there is. I just want you to know that you have 6 paths. Okay. So ultimately, when you come to Basecamp, this is what it's going to look like. I'm currently busy with motivational strategies. So on your active side, it's going to show you all the paths that you're busy with. So I'm busy with all these paths at the moment. So there's going to be paths and learning. There's going to be achievements. It's going to be feedback. Then it's going to be resources. I'm going to start from the back because I want to spend a lot more time here than anywhere else. But before I start with our 4 headings, I'm going to show you this, because this came out, I think, this last week. So next to your name, you have profile, you have request, you have my clubs, you can go back to Toastmasters home. When you click on Toastmasters home, you're going to go back to the original Toastmasters site. That doesn't used to be in here. I'm showing it to everybody, especially if you're an old member. This is how you get back to Toastmasters. I'm showing you the profile part because there's something important you need to know. When you go to your profile, you can enter your introduction, you can enter your interests, social media handles. But what is important is your meeting roles. Whenever you play a meeting role, you need to come here, click the little pencil, select the role that you play. Let's say you're R counter or the date on which you wear it, and then you click save. It's going to save it. This is the reason why I'm showing you this. Toastmaster recently rolled out, you need to complete a few things before you can get your level 1. So to get your level 1, not only do you have to do all your speeches, you also have to be a table topic speaker like Clement was tonight at least once during a meeting. You need to be an evaluator at least once. And you need to be a timer or a R counter. And when you've done all 3 of those and all of your speeches in level 1, only then your VPE is allowed to award you your level 1. So it's very easy to do. What we do is we have 2 meetings a month. So the first meeting, you do your speech. The second meeting, you do your role. Then you do the next month, your speech, then your role. So you are a table topic speaker. Well, you can be a table topic speaker any time of the day, but during a meeting, you need to be it. And then for level 2, I can share this document with you so you guys know what is expected. Level 2, you need to be a grammarian at least once, table topics master, which is so much fun, evaluator, a Toastmaster, a timer, or an R counter. Toastmaster seems very intimidating. Honor, you have a question? No question. Great. Okay. So I'm going to share this document with you guys so that you can download it and you can know. Oh, I was busy with this.
Estelle, it's Landor here.
Question.
I just want to check in terms of the roles, must it be within the same year that we are looking at, or if you have done it in the past?
If you have done it and you've logged it year and your BPE can see what date you did it, then you're good to go.
So if, for example, if ever I did it in 2024, can I still log it?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Luckily for us, we can go back with the time. You can scroll back. So you can still log it. So if you've been a Toastmaster somewhere, you can come here and you can log it.
Hello, Estelle.
Yes.
How are you?
Great, and you?
I'm good. I just wanted to ask, with regards to the meeting rules, is there anything that gives us the definitions of these roles?
Oh, yes,
Because
there
I'm
is.
brand new.
And I think it's on our agenda for tonight, if I'm not.
Okay.
I am. Roles in the meeting, it's going to be covered off right after my session.
Okay,
So you are
you.
going to walk away so equipped. You guys are going to be so happy that you are here, and everybody who isn't here is going to be so jealous. So here we go. So this is where you log it. It's important for this particular process. Then another thing that I'm going to show you is my clubs. So all of us are part of a club. This is my club. And I learned long ago from a district director once, what gets rewarded gets repeated. I'm just going to say that to you one time because it made such a big impact on my life. What gets rewarded gets repeated. So whenever someone in your club does something that you think, wow, this was amazing, you can go to my clubs. It's Anna Marie did something, and I can give her feedback. So she's in my Golden Gavel Club, and I can say, wow, she did a speech and it was so emotional for her. So I think she was so courageous to do it. So I can award her the courageous badge, and I can type her a little message, or I can tell her that was so innovative, or that was so inspiring. And I can make it visible to all the club members, and I can post my feedback. When she sees that, she's going to feel so great about herself. She's going to do whatever she did again and again and again. And that's what we want to do. So if you are new in your club, I know a lot of you are new in your club, and you are the timer for the very first time, wouldn't it be great if you log into Basecamp and you see like 3 or 4 timer badges, and someone wrote, oh, you were an incredible timer. You did a great job. That's what we want to see, right? So when you are in a meeting and someone else is a timer, and you know it was their very first time being timer and they were so scared to do it, go to Basecamp, award them the timer badge and tell them, great job, I'm so proud of you. What gets rewarded gets repeated. If you do it for them, they're going to do it for you. Let's collect badges. Monica, you have a question.
No, I've got a comment. I recently just got a feedback from Felicia, and I know the feeling that you're talking about, like, wow. So I think I was a timer, and then from nowhere, I just got a message in my email. So thanks, Felicia. That made me feel good. Thank you.
You see? And now she's going to do it again and again. Thank you for sharing, Monica. So that's what I wanted to show you there. What I'm going to do is I am going to go back to my dashboard. Here we go. And now we're going to start on the 4 things that I wanted to focus on today. So this is resources, the one far right. Under resources, you will find everything. You will find project resources for different speeches that you can give, that someone else can give. You can find the project descriptions. So let's say you're interested in another pathway and you want to find out what's happening there. You can come to project descriptions and find out what it's all about.
Estelle, there's a hand from Chaka.
Sorry, I mentioned Chaka. Yes.
Hi, Estelle. Sorry. I think I kind of got lost on how you got to the pub. Is it the camps? Is it campsite?
Basecamp.
Basecamp. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
So when you're in Toastmasters, there's an easy way, but it's not available today. Let me try again. I tried a few times and it just says unexpected error. So I'm gonna. I'm so glad you asked. Now I can show you guys. Yes. Okay. So you click on your name. You click on my home, and then there's going to be a button that says go to Basecamp. That's it. You click Basecamp, and then here you are, Basecamp. You with us now?
No, it says it's time to renew a membership hot notes, and then
Are
it
you
has. Sorry.
Are you a Are you a new member?
Yes, I'm a new member.
When did you join?
I think some 2 weeks back.
2 weeks back. Okay, great. Have you logged into Toastmasters before?
Yeah, last week I logged in just to see how things are happening in here.
Okay, and when you logged in, did you not see the first page?
The first page?
The first page when you join. This is the first page. Did you not see this one? Okay, let me tell you what. Let's after the training, let's just stay behind, and then you and I can quickly run through it. Okay. So we can get back to Basecamp. Thank you. Oh, Francis, how are you?
Oh, sorry, Tikwende.
Yes.
Hi, Estelle. How are you?
Great, and you?
I'm good. I got lost when you said about the badges. How do we get to the badges?
The badges. Okay. There are different ways, but the one I showed you first is you click on your name. Then you go to My Club. And then you click on the person's name who you want to award a badge to, and you say give feedback. And then you can choose a badge for them and just post the feedback.
Okay, I think I have a different, there's
There
my
is a
home,
different
my
way.
profile, and log out only on my name.
Okay. Okay, so you are in Toastmasters, you're not in Basecamp.
Yes, I'm in Toastmasters.
Okay, cool. So go to Basecamp. What you need to do is you go to my home. Scroll down and go to Basecamp.
Okay, I'm now in Basecamp.
Perfect. Now you can click on your name. And you can go to my clubs.
Ah, okay.
Ta-da!
Got it. Thank you.
Perfect. Let's continue. So now we are in my learning dashboard. We are busy with resources. And so let's say you are done with your level 1 and they ask you to evaluate someone else. And you're in your meeting and they did not bring the evaluation resource with them. And now you quickly need the evaluation resource. So what you can do is you can come to resources, you can go to evaluation resources and look for whatever evaluation you need to do now. So let's say they do delivering social speeches. Then you can come and download it and then you have it, or you can share it, or you can definitely love it. Okay. And they're also on Basecamp under resources is tutorials. There's great tutorials. I would really, really encourage you guys to go look at it. There's a Basecamp user guide, which I'm busy with showing you guys now. The Basecamp manager guide is for the Exco people who can then later, when you're done with your speech with your level, they can update you. How to send and receive feedback, digital evaluation requests, this MP4. So please go through these things whenever you get a chance to. Just go look at resources. Okay, now the other thing and the resources that I want to show you guys is my documents. We spoke about this on Friday. I connected my phone. Okay, so under my documents, what you can do is you can upload your own documents. You can upload an MP4, you can upload a Word document, a JPEG, a PDF, a PowerPoint presentation, so that you have everything at the exact same place. What I suggested on Friday we do is, because you can connect to the Basecamp system on your phone. So after someone gave you evaluation, let's say you're in person and they gave you evaluation, you can then take a picture of your evaluation and upload it here. So by the time your VPE wants to award you your level 1 or level 2 or level 3, then they tell you, please give me all your evaluations so that I can see you actually did it. So then you have all your evaluations in one place. What Granny B always said is you get yourself a flip file and you file everything in the flip file. But that's for the in-person. For the online people like me, I just click and drag. So that's where you can save absolutely everything. You can save the rough work part that you did on Word. You can save it here. Any PowerPoint presentations that you did, you can save it under my documents. Now I'm going to go over to feedback. Feedback is your member feedback. This is where you can find all your badges. You can request feedback. Let's say you did a panel discussion and you only allowed one evaluator, but you want evaluation from a lot more people, you can go and request feedback from the rest of your club. Under achievements, this is where you have all your badges. This is your learning badges, your feedback badges, and also your speech log. So I have not done a speech in the last few months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you someone else in my club what their achievement looks like. So under achievements, you will find your badges. You will also find your certificates. And here you can download your certificates. So you have them. And then also you are going to have a speech log if you did a speech in the last month, 2 months. So all the names is going to be the name of your speech, the club where you have given it, and who your evaluator was, and the date when you delivered it. I'm really going to jump back to mine. So that is one. If you're looking for your certificate and you're like, oh, Estelle, I'm looking for my certificate. Where can I find it? You find it under achievements. If you're the VPE of the club and you want to give it to someone else, you type in their name and you will still find it under achievements. And what gets rewarded gets repeated. So make sure you give their certificates to them. Okay, so now here is the important part. This is why we're all here. This is what you pay for. This is what your money goes through for. Paths and learnings. So I'm busy with motivational strategies. So I'm going to show this one to you. Now, what your pathway does is it automatically takes you to the last place that you were. So the last place that I was while I was here, so I was busy with my level 5. I'm busy with my level 5 at the moment, and I was on this page. So whenever I go out and I come back, it's going to take me right back here. But I want to show you the level 1s now so that you guys know. A digital profile. Yes, Juliet, this is exactly what it is. So this is what all your levels look like. Each path has 5 levels. So I'm going to show you the level 1. The level 1 is the icebreaker. This is your very, very first speech that you give. Your club gets to know you. You get to know yourself. Trust me, you really get to know yourself during your icebreaker. Writing a speech with purpose. This is the value for money. The introduction, vocal variety. Do you even know what vocal variety is? I had no clue. Elmay, do you know what vocal variety is? Right? Thank you, Pathways, for giving us this project. I was like, vocal variety, what? I only have one thing and I speak it as loud as I can. I knew nothing. So evaluation and feedback during this one, you are going to receive evaluation and then you are going to do your speech again, or you can do a different speech doing that evaluation. And you also get to evaluate someone else. And by evaluating someone else, you get to learn more about, oh, this is what I actually look like. This is what I need to look for. And do you see this level 1 completion, Naira? If I forget about this, I'm holding you responsible. If I'm done with my presentation and I haven't come back to level 1 completion, you need to say, Estelle, you forgot about level 1 completion, because this is a very important part. Level 2 is all about you, like level 1 isn't. Understanding your communication style, active listening for you, introduction into mentoring. So this one is a must-have one. It shows you your leadership style. It's skills you never knew you didn't know. Okay, level 3, then you start. So when you're busy with presentation mastery, then you're going to go more specialized into presentation mastery. Level 4, even more. And by the time you get to level 5, do not complete your level 5 if you don't feel like, okay, now I've done this. I know what to do. I'm on it. So make sure you know everything about your pathway by the time you get to level 5. Let me go back to our icebreaker. And I'm going to open our icebreaker. Lauren, you have a question. Yes?
Yes, Lauren. I was about to say.
Good evening, everyone. Estelle, I just want to check on level 1, the speech with purpose. I know the icebreaker is the speech, and then there's a third one, the vocal one. Are those all 3 different speeches, or is it the same speech?
Different speeches. How nice is that? It's different speeches.
So there's 3 speeches for level 1.
There is actually 4 speeches.
4. Okay, thank you.
And an evaluation and feedback. So there's 4 and a little bit of a project. Okay, so when you open your icebreaker, this is what it's going to look like. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Read through everything. There's videos in between. Look at all the videos. They put on purpose, they did like, where's she? Felicia put only sexy people in her club. They only put sexy people in this video. So check it out. It's amazing. Okay, so this is what our icebreaker looks like. When you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see there's a project checklist that's going to be in each and every project that you're going to do. There's going to be an evaluation resource that you can download and give to your evaluator. Also, look at the evaluation resource to see, oh, so this is what expected of you. For instance, the Icebreaker project, if you are old school like me, if you're a little bit gray already, then you're old school like me, then you're probably going to print it. If you're not, you're going to be like my kids. It's like, she's mom, really? So you don't have to print it. But I'm a print and highlight person, so I print each and every project. But you're welcome to just read it online. Then this is the golden ticket. This is the Icebreaker speech outline worksheet. I don't only use it for my icebreaker speeches. I use it for all my speeches, because this is where they learn, where you learn how to do what to do. They tell you about choosing only 2 or 3 points. Don't tell people 5 points. People are going to stop listening to you. They're going to tell you about transitions that I didn't even know about. So you're going to need transitions. And they're going to tell you how to close with impact. So download this one. Keep it online for each and every speech that you do, because it's a great worksheet to just have. So as you are going through and learning through everything, it's just a click and next kind of thing. You are going to come to the part that says learning in the icebreaker. Now this one is only for you. No one's going to see it. Only you are going to see it. You are going to learn and grow here. So what do you know already after you've read through some of this material? What have you realized now? So, okay, now I know all about structure. I just downloaded that thing, so I know all about structure. Great, add it. I know about audience engagement. Lucille, do you know what audience engagement is? Yes, it is asking people to pick up their thumbs, asking people to, when we started, Chantu said, all the new people, raise your hands. That's part of audience engagement. Audience engagement is always something like using humor, using storytelling. There are different parts of audience engagement. So I know some about audience engagement. What do I wonder about? I wonder about crutch words. Why on earth can Barack Obama use crutch words and sound like $1 million? And when I use it, people are like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So whatever you have, just add it. Add, I'm wondering about this, or I'm wondering about, I know that. So keep this in your back pocket. You're going to see later. So as you read through everything, you are going to come to something that says review and apply. When you get to review and apply, it's going to tell you, okay, so what are some of the strategies to balance whatever? This is things that you're going to read through as you go through your icebreaker. And you can answer it and save it. This is for your own growth. Once you start your another pathway maybe, or you're on level 3 or something, and you're still wondering about some things, you can come back to your notes. This is just for you. No one's going to see it. If you don't do it, no one's going to know. If you do it, no one's going to know. This is just for you. But answer it. That's great for you to know. And then as we go, as we complete our projects, now we find out what the purpose is, the overview is. There's a little thing, a little checklist. So make sure you schedule your speech with the vice president. Sometimes clubs are full 3 months in advance. So make sure you go to your vice president of education and say, listen, I want to do a speech on the 5th of April. Done. I've done that. Actually, write your speech. Done. I've done that. And you can come back at any time and just click and make sure that you have absolutely everything here. After you've scheduled it, you are ready for your speech. You've mastered all your courage. You can go now. So then you take your time. Oh, did I correct it? Yes. Okay, cool. So this is where you now reflect on your path. Katushka, you have a question?
Hi, Estelle. Sorry to interrupt you. I was just wondering, do we get mentors? Because when you said we need to write our speech, I heard something along the lines when I visited one of the clubs that you need to send your speech to a mentor before you present.
You can. Yes. As soon as you join a club, Most of the time you are given a mentor by, if you haven't, do you have a mentor in your club?
Not yet. I'm very new. So I was just wondering, that is the process.
Yes, that is. So you can ask your VPE or your Vice President of Education or your Vice President of Membership if they have awarded you a mentor yet. If they have not yet, ask them to give you one.
Okay. No, I'm still very new, so they will still give me one. Thank you,
Okay.
Estelle.
Perfect, but now you know. If you don't have to have a mentor in your club. If you find someone outside and you want to approach them, you are more than welcome to. I have more than 1 million Toastmasters who is my mentors. Everyone I see that I'm impressed by, I just grab them and they're my mentor too. But yes, please, you can send it to a mentor to go through it with you. And there we go. So then we get to complete your project. Now, when we get to complete your project, it's gonna come back to you and say, okay, so this is the thing that you know. These are the things that you wondered about. And then all of the one that I just skipped, where they asked you all the questions, these are the things that I learned, and you can add new items and new things that you've learned that they maybe didn't cover. Now, this is the important part where I'm come down there. Now you're going to add your speech details, and these speech details are going to be on your awarded page on your Basecamp. So your speech title. Who is doing the icebreaker in this month? Richard, are you doing your icebreaker this month? Naira. What is going to be your speech title?
It's going to be called Type 2 Fun.
Type 2.
Type 2 Fun. Yes. Fun. Yes.
What does this mean? This is interesting.
You have to stay tuned.
When is it?
Next week, Thursday.
Yes, you have to invite all of us. Imagine, Type 2 Fun. Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard some fun things. This is incredible. Okay, so once you have your incredible speech, I will pay for this speech. When I walk past the hallway and I say, oh, come listen to my speech, it's Type 2 Fun, I'm going to wonder, what is this about? And I'm going to go in to find out. So great way to grab your audience. Great way for audience engagement there already, Naira. You nailed it and you haven't even said a word yet.
Okay.
The next thing you do is you choose the date when it's going to be. You choose your club. I'm part of only one club at the moment. So you can only choose your own club. If you deliver this in another club, also choose your club. But when you get to the bottom, you can type in, I did this speech at wherever you did your speech then. Select your evaluator. Only your club members are going to be as an evaluators. So you don't have to choose anyone here. Let's say I did this speech at William. What's your club's name?
Pretoria East.
Oh, are you with Felicia?
Yes.
Victoria East Club. Okay. So I
the
did
whole
my
gang
speech.
is here tonight.
Oh, Felicia, you know how to draw a crowd, huh? Rent a crowd. Ask Felicia. So I'm going to do my speech. Type 2 Fun. I'm not gonna steal it. So Type 2 Fun. This date, I'm going to do it delivered at Pretoria East, and my evaluator is going to be William. Yeah. So I'm going to save this. So then
I can do that. I can do that.
Of course you can. You can do anything. You're in Felicia's club. Then all you need to do is you can then, if it's in your club, you can, let's say I'm doing my icebreaker. I can send this icebreaker resource then to my evaluator. I'm going to save and email it. But since William is not in my club, I cannot do that. So I just need to download my evaluator resource. So I'm going to save my log, which I'm not going to do now because I'm not going to do this amazing speech. And then you are going to go to your club and you are going to deliver this amazing speech. People are going to give you a standing ovation because that is the standard practice. Once you deliver your icebreaker, you need to have standing ovation. If your club does not give it to you, Tell them this is standard protocol. You need to stand up and clap for me. This is my icebreaker. After you're done, and this is very important, very, very, very important, because in the main section, Naira, you still remember about level 1, right? In the main section, you want that green check marks. So to get a check mark for your icebreaker speech, you need to come to, before you move on, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to complete this project? And you're going to say yes, and you're going to keep on clicking yes and keep on clicking accept until you get a check mark here. Once you have this check mark, you return to your overview, which is going to be our front page with all our levels on, and then you're going to get your green check mark. It sometimes happens immediately, it sometimes doesn't. It sometimes takes an hour or two. I have seen it up to 24 hours. So if you do not receive it within 24 hours, then you start calling people, but you will. So to get to your level completion, you need to have green check marks. And the only way to get green check marks is to go all the way till the end after you've delivered your speech and click yes, I accept, yes, everything. So once you have all of your check marks, and now I'm coming to Naira's bit, there is a level 1 completion. You need to click on this. It's not a project. It's just I accept, I did this. And if you're part of multiple clubs, this is where you then can assign this level 1 to whichever club. So let's say I'm part of this club and I'm part of Pretoria East Club. Then it's going to ask me an option here, and it's going to say your level 1 is now complete. To which club do you want to assign it? Then you can choose, do you want to assign it to Golden Gavel, which I'm part of, or Pretoria East, my other club. And then I'm going to click yes, and it's going to say, congratulations, this level is complete. Once this is done, your Vice President of Education will receive an email that says, Naira just completed her level 1. Would you like to go and give her certificate? Then they're going to accept it from their side, and you will then be able to download your certificate. That is the very most important part. If you remember nothing else from today, remember to go to level 1 completion once you're done with all your speeches. Do I have any questions, Lucille?
I have one question, Estelle. I hope you can hear me.
I can.
Does one print these evaluation forms for one's evaluator? They don't come with copies. We must take them.
Yes, because they don't know which speech you are going to deliver. So whichever speech you are delivering, make sure you print your evaluation if you're in person, and you give it to them, and they will then give it back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Naira?
Estelle, I'm unable to access Basecamp. It says I need to renew membership. Is that normal?
Since you are new, Felicia will be able to help you with that. But today they're busy with, so I'm telling you, there's crazy stuff going on. Earlier when I tried, they say due to high volume membership, due to submission time, you may experience delays. So I would not stress about it too much today, since tonight and tomorrow, because we work in American time. This is American, and there's only, I think, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on their side or something. So when you log in tomorrow, this should be able to be sorted. If it's not, please contact me and we go further with it.
Thank you.
Right. I am 2 minutes over my time. So if there's no other questions, I am going to hand back to our AD that can go through with you with all the roles that you are expected to play. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wow, 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 Estelle. Round of applause to Estelle, everyone. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, Toastmaster Estelle, for taking us through the inevitable, scary part of Basecamp. Now we feel like we can conquer it. No more whispers, no more being shy. We can tackle it straight on and take ownership of our educational programs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just for the interest of everyone, Estelle is available, as you mentioned. And also there's going to be a recording as well. I know when you hear this for the first time, it can get overwhelming. There's a lot of new information. We will be sharing the recording, so please relax and really, as we go through the next part of our program, know that we're here to support you in whatever you need. Okay, I'm going to now try to share. I've got a short presentation from my side, which is all about roles. Let me try to quickly. Oh, I believe I should be able to share. Can everyone see my screen?
You just need to expand it a bit, Plenty. There we go.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct. That's fine.
Huh?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you,
we
but
can
I
hear
can't
you.
hear the video.
Oh, shucks. It just
And we
went
can't see
silent there.
we can't see your screen anymore. You're not sharing anymore.
Oh, sorry, it just went silent. I wasn't sure what happened there. Okay, cool. Let's go back. Cool. So everyone can see my screen. Everyone can hear me. Fantastic. Okay, so
Yep.
my session is just a brief one on Toastmasters role. Please, let's mute everyone. Really, thank you to our district our district PR officer there, Leah. I think she shared the description of all the roles on our chat. So please have a look at that description. But I felt like from my side would gain more from basically understanding in general what does this role achieve, give you some tips and tricks in terms of what has worked in my personal experience in these roles, and then ultimately what's more important is what are the transferable skills that one can expect from those roles so that you can be more intentional when you take up the roles in terms of how do I use the skill at work, in my business, wherever I may be, because that's exactly what Toastmasters is all about. Now, if we go straight into it, what does a typical Toastmaster meeting entail? And specifically the roles. The first one is the Toastmaster of the meeting. So this is your MC, the person who comes up with the theme of the meeting, makes sure that everyone is coordinating and everyone is used to how we're going to be conducting the meeting. Very important here, every club is different. So find out with your vice president of education, if you get assigned Toastmaster of the meeting, what exactly is your role in terms of, are you supposed to find role players, for example, in addition to coming up with the theme? There's a standard process. You have to come up with a theme. You will be the MC of the meeting, coordinating, making sure that the agenda is the way it's supposed to, and all the specific role players are ready. And depending on your club, you may be responsible for making sure that they are role players for the meeting, working closely with the vice president of education. Very important role. What can you expect to learn from this role? There it is, event management. Being able to coordinate, making sure that all the role players are assigned and the specific objective of that theme is achieved. So you develop those planning and managing of the flow of a meeting. Public speaking, we all want to be better speakers. We all want to make sure that when we speak, we're able to articulate our message correctly. And that's exactly what you will get when you're Toastmaster of the meeting, because you can't hide away. You're right there in front of everyone, being the MC of the evening. I do recommend that you challenge yourself wherever you can. There's an old adage as well that us Toastmasters live by, that you cannot call yourself a Toastmaster up until you actually become Toastmasters of the meeting or Toastmaster of the day. And coordination, absolutely, and critical skill that you learn in terms of how do I organize a meeting, ensure that it runs smoothly. Okay. The second important role is the speaker. Now, Estelle would have explained Basecamp and the educational pathways. As part of that pathway program, you will be required to do speeches at the end of every different section within that level. And it is in that speech that you have to give that you will then go to your club and present the findings. What did you learn from that specific project? And there you learn the essence of public speaking, delivering speeches clearly and confidently. You also learn organization. How do I structure a basic speech? We spoke a bit about vocal variety. I know there's also an icebreaker that's going to be done, and hopefully we get that in. But these are all important skills. How do I learn how to construct a middle and end of a speech, vocal variety, body language, all that organization? And how do I persuade? If you work in sales, for example, in an organization or in any leadership environment, you know that it's important to persuade and influence those around you to be able to see the broader objective that you want them to see. And this is where you can actually craft this message. So very important that when you take up these roles, understand these clear skill sets and make sure that you get them as much as you can when you take it up. The timer ensures that everyone sticks to time. No one wants time to be wasted, and that's exactly your job as a timer. And just a bit of tips here for the timer. Every speech is different, so find out as you prepare for this role with your Vice President of Education, understand the different role players. Are they doing an icebreaker, the speaker? Are they doing a more educational speech? Are they going to do a conventional speech? Once you understand that, then you'll know that the green card, for example, goes at 5 minutes. The yellow card goes at 6 minutes. The red card goes at 7 minutes, which might be different in an icebreaker where it's 4, 5, 6. Therefore, it's very important to understand the different speeches that will be taking place during the evening. But what skills can you learn here? Again, how do I manage time effectively? Attention to detail. And making sure that you're responsible to making sure everyone in the meeting sticks to time exactly the way that was planned. Your R counter. Ever heard about people using filler words? So you know what all of these words that can distract from your message. We want to be able to identify them in meetings and make sure we limit the use of these crutch words. And that's your role as an R counter, being attentive in the meeting, listening to everyone's speech, and taking note of those crutch and filler words. So what skills can you learn here? Attention to detail, being aware to say, this speaker was using this word or the over-reliance of a specific word or usage of a phrase that was incorrect. That's your job as an R counter, is to say, you used so what too many times, and how can we probably use a different word instead of using these crutch or filler words. Communication clarity. When you are able to identify these crutch and filler words, you too will be able to take note of them and make sure that you limit it in your personal speech. And obviously, most importantly, the ability to listen. Listening is such an important skill, whether you're in a managerial role or in any aspect of your organization, business, wherever you may be, being able to actively listen and to report back on your findings to the different people in the meeting will also be an important skill. The grammarian, and I guess the role of the grammarian is twofold here. Number one, to introduce the word of the day and make sure that keep it interesting, use words, and now with the advent of ChatGPT, you can actually look at the meeting theme before the meeting, put it in there and find relevant words that might be able to be relatable with the theme of the day. So that's the first thing as a grammarian. The second thing is making sure that you take note of appropriate use of language, but also inappropriate use of that language as well. And there you learn the art of language skills, vocabulary, grammar. You point out to the various speakers how they're using words and how their messaging is resonating or not resonating as and when they speak. Observation, how do I take note of errors, correct and note them out to the different speakers, and ultimately teaching, educating others about effective language use, a very important role. The evaluator. An evaluator then, and you probably would have heard this a lot of times in Toastmasters, we talk about feedback is the breakfast of champions. Your evaluator is a crucial role player, making sure that they listen attentively to the respective speaker that they're evaluating, and then doing a report back at the end in terms of whether that speaker met the respective speaking objectives, but equally also evaluating in such a way that it's constructive. We don't evaluate the person, we evaluate the content of what they're saying, a very important character trait of an evaluator. So what you learn here, constructive feedback. How do I provide constructive and supportive feedback? You will see as part of your educational program that Estelle took you through, there is within level 1, that final project there, which is feedback, where you actually learn the art of evaluation. How do I evaluate? You will see, and you'll be amazed. I know I was amazed when I learned about how to give feedback, and I realized maybe some of the supervisors and managers in organizations could really benefit from this, because we learn in Toastmasters how to provide constructive and supportive feedback, a very important skill. Analytical skills, how do I analyze a speech and through that analysis be able to provide feedback and areas of improvement, and then lastly, actively listening. The general evaluator, I find that this is such a crucial role, but sometimes in other clubs, we don't see this role coming up. So when you have free capacity and you feel like there isn't this role player in the program, put your hand up. What a general evaluator will do is that they are fundamentally, firstly, the chair of the evaluation committee in the meeting. That is, they will coordinate the evaluation section. But secondly, they also take note of the meeting in general. So they won't specifically provide feedback to the speeches or the speakers. That's the role of the normal evaluators. They will actually evaluate everyone. They can evaluate the evaluators themselves in terms of how they provided feedback, but more importantly, how did the meeting go about? Were guests welcomed? Did we start on time? Were we able to ensure that the program ran as was intended in the agenda? What happened when there were mishaps? How did we respond to challenges during the day or during the meeting? All of those important softer side of the meeting need to be provided in feedback so that we have quality meetings, not only for our current members, but also for everyone who may be coming for the first time, guests and everyone involved, ensuring the quality of our meetings. And there you learn the skill of leadership. How do I lead and manage evaluation portion of the meeting? But effectively also developing the skill of providing feedback. And then critical thinking, being observing, because now in addition to just being a participant in the meeting, you have to observe everything from guests, interactions, meeting etiquette, the flow, and that's where the critical thinking skills really come in. The table topics master, we always joke about how you are in a Teams call and then everyone is giving feedback and then they ask you, well, what about you, Sam? What about you, Clanty? And then you're like, nothing from my side. We don't want that to happen to our Toastmasters. Our Toastmasters must be confident. We want you to be confident when you go into meetings. You are technically strong. You do know the content. How do I then articulate myself? You might have these butterflies, but now we teach you how to channel those butterflies in the right way. And that is what table topics is all about. Speaking off the cuff, learning that skill of being able to get it a speech and then talk about it. And then your role as a topics master is to come up with those topics. You facilitate that program. It's like a mini Toastmaster of the day for that specific impromptu session. So really be creative here. Again, we've got AI tools. You don't have to think hard. You can put it on ChatGPT. You can look at the theme, think about what do you want the specific speakers to ponder on as they give their impromptu speeches, and then have these topics that are riveting, engaging, so that the meeting quality is enhanced. Very important topic. So there you improve the ability to think and speak on the spot. You develop your impromptu speaking skills, and then your leadership skills as well also improved upon. So what are the real transferable skills when you take up these roles? And importantly, I want to emphasize what Estelle mentioned. For you to complete your path, not only must you be a speaker, but you must also take up roles. So very important that you take up the roles. But then what are these transferable skills that I can expect from taking up these roles? We've mentioned a couple, but ultimately project management. We talk Toastmaster of the day, managing these projects, table topics master, conflict resolutions. You are the general evaluator. How do I ensure that everything runs smoothly in that respect? Online meeting facilitation. Some meetings, and you'll find some clubs still meet in hybrid, some also meet online. And whether it's in person, one would say in online meeting and on-site meeting facilitation. And then most importantly, leadership development as well. So where can you get support in terms of how you're going to do your role? Your first point of call is your Vice President of Education. So go to your Vice President of Education, sign up for roles. What I found works for me is that look at your calendar for the next 2-3 months, book time now. If it's put in your diary, it will get done. If it's never put, you will put it off, and 2 months becomes 3, 4, and before you know it, you haven't achieved those skills that we want you to achieve in those 6 months. So put it in, make sure that you do it no matter what. Unless you really pressed and something happens, make sure that you take up the role. And you'll get assistance from the Vice President of Education, of course. Equally, your club mentors, we spoke about this, will also assist you. And then the next level will be your executive. And then you'll have people like myself who are the area directors who can assist you. Then on top of us, there's division director, and of course there's district, of which Estelle comes from district, ready to support you whenever we can to make sure that you achieve your goals. And that's the value proposition. What's the way forward? The way forward is, now that you're equipped, now that you're ready to become a Toastmaster, you have the skills, you now have to put this into action. There's only one way that we learn here at Toastmasters. We learn by doing. And now we're throwing the baton, we're throwing the challenge onto you. Will you take up this challenge and now become the Toastmaster and realize, in what the Japanese are saying, your ikigai, your goal? Why did you want to join Toastmasters? It's time to realize that dream, and hopefully we've equipped you to do that. Thank you. That brings me to the end of this presentation. I hope this was helpful. Fantastic, fantastic. Any questions, comments? I tried to rush through that one, the interest of time. Okay. Fantastic. I hope everyone was, yeah.
I Kanti, I have a question. I wanted to check, you said this presentation will be available because it's recorded. How are we able to get access to this? Like, is it going to be sent to us?
Correct. We will share that. And I think someone, Leah, I think you have a hand there. I don't know if you want to come in on that.
Yes, I've actually requested for the recording to be uploaded onto the Toastmasters Southern Africa District YouTube page. So as soon as it is ready, I will share it in the various WhatsApp groups so you'll be able to access it on the YouTube page.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks, Leah. Thanks. Okay. If there are no other questions, this is the end of the program. I will hand over for closing and vote of thanks to our esteemed Madam Didi. Madam Didi, are you available to do vote of thanks and closing?
Yes, yes, I'm available.
Yes.
By a show of hands, who enjoyed the presentations and who walks away today and tonight fully equipped to be a member of Toastmasters? It really feels like the first time I joined. I want to thank Kanti, I want to thank Estelle, and I also want to thank the attendees, because without you, there's really no training. The questions you asked not only enriched you, but other people who were thinking of the same question. You'll get the hang of it, you know. I know with speaking, there's going to be a chase to do your icebreaker and probably your first level 1 speech, which is speech with a purpose, and maybe the noise will dive down, but your capacity will be needed to take up roles. And don't worry, everything that Kanti spoke about, everything that Estelle spoke about it is available and you can read it yourself. So as Division E, tell other people, let them know it's nice to be here. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to the organizers and my co-hosts. And thanks for the current Toastmaster members who also graced us with their presence. I mean, as you lead, the new members will follow. So we are very grateful for that. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.